On the morning of December 31st, 2018, Maya Mitchell's mother sat with a tablet synced to her missing 22-year-old daughter's phone, working through a list of recently contacted numbers. She called the one ending in 2170. A man answered and said his name was Lee. He suggested places to search, and then he mentioned Glen Emerald Park and said a body had been found there, but that it wasn't on the news yet. That statement transformed a worried mother's phone call into the investigation's most unsettling question. What did this man know, and how did he know it? The answer would emerge from a trail of messages, timestamps, location data, deleted records, and searches made after Maya disappeared. Maya Mitchell was 22 years old. She lived in Decatur, Georgia, sharing an apartment with her boyfriend, Xavier Lamar. On December 30th, 2018, she spent the day at Lamar's home. During the evening, the exact hour became a point of dispute at trial, where Lamar's testimony differed from what he had originally told investigators. She left to meet someone she knew as Malik to purchase a small amount of marijuana. She did not come back. Maya was reported missing. While efforts to find her continued, a separate thread was already forming in the digital record, one that would later become central at trial. Messages displayed through the tablet, synced to Maya's phone, showed an exchange between her number and the number ending in 2170. The 2170 number directed Maya toward a park across from a neighborhood. The message said his brother was there with the marijuana. A message displayed on the tablet carried a timestamp of 1:05 a.m. A separate phone record report, distinct from what the tablet displayed, showed the final contact between the two devices at 1:10 a.m. These were two separate records, not one timestamp reported in two different ways. At approximately 9:15 on the morning of December 31st, Maya's body was found in a wooded area, a few feet off a path in Glen Emerald Park, off Boulder Crest Road in DeKalb County. She had sustained a gunshot wound to the head. Her car was recovered at the dead end of Whitehall Way, with damage to the rear bumper and rear passenger window. Her phone was never found. Two timestamps, an abandoned car, a park, and a number. The investigation now faced a question. What did the phone attached to that number do after Maya went silent? Before investigators examined the phone ending in 2170, they had one unsettling statement. Lee had mentioned Glen Emerald Park and a body that was not yet in the news. If you were reviewing this case, would that statement make you suspicious, or would you need more evidence? Tell us in the comments. The digital record was about to test his story. Nunnally's girlfriend, Jasmine McClendon, testified that she gave him a phone carrying the 2170 number and that he had it on the night Maya disappeared. She also testified that Nunnally left that night and told her he was going to sell a gun. McClendon's testimony placed the phone in Nunnally's possession and described him leaving that night to sell a gun before Maya's final known communications. The synced tablet had initially placed Maya's phone near a dumpster at a Gresham Road gas station. Her parents searched there and found nothing. Then, Lee began suggesting other locations. He eventually named Glen Emerald Park and said a body had been found there, but that it was not on the news yet. That statement was unsettling, but it was not proof by itself. Investigators turned to the records associated with the 2170 phone. Those records showed movement, searches, and an attempted deletion. Cell site evidence placed the 2170 phone near Glen Emerald Park during the relevant calls. Data extracted from the phone showed that its user attempted to delete call logs involving Maya. On the evening of December 31st, 2018, after Maya's body had been discovered that morning, the phone was used to search Breaking News Atlanta and Channel 2 News Breaking News Murder. On the evening of January 6th, 2019, it was used to search Glen Emerald Park. No single item resolved the case. Together, McClendon's testimony about phone ownership, the message thread, the cell site placement, the deletion attempt, and the search history, the evidence reconstructed a sequence the jury was asked to evaluate. On September 2, 2021, the jury found Malik Nunnally guilty of malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, and firearm offenses. The court sentenced him to life for malice murder, plus 5 years concurrent and 5 years consecutive on 2 separate firearm possession counts, resulting in an effective term of life plus 5 years. The felony murder count was vacated by operation of law, and the aggravated assault count merged with the malice murder conviction for sentencing. Nunnally appealed. On August 13, 2024, the Georgia Supreme Court affirmed the remaining convictions, holding that the evidence was legally sufficient. Maya's case shows how ordinary devices can preserve the details someone may try to erase. Subscribe to Crimovant for respectful, evidence-led investigations, and select the next case appearing on your screen. This is Crimovant, where one overlooked detail can expose the entire truth.